Hey,
Hi.
y'all. We are
Hi.
live. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see. Oh, Debbie was here early, but then she
It
left.
says
She got
nobody's
family stuff
here.
today.
It says nobody's here.
Oh,
How do you
well,
like them?
Ashley Reed was here.
I know. Hey,
Hey, Ashley. Hey, Teresa.
hi Ashley.
And if Debbie, if you're still here, hey, Debbie.
Hi everybody. Everybody.
I think YouTube is acting weird because it went to 0 to 3 to 1. Oh, and there she goes.
I'm back, right? Am I back?
You are.
I can't wait to turn this horrible service off. I just can't wait. Oh yeah, it's blipping here.
It's coming. It's
No, what are
coming.
you doing? You can't get out. My dog is stuck because there's a box by the door.
Well, that's like Bella.
Where you
Big
at?
for nothing. They're big for nothing because they won't. She'll just stand there, like waiting for you to move the box. But Precious will wiggle through and try to get where she can get. You know, it's crazy. We may not get a whole bunch of people today because we're on a different day.
It might happen.
You know, you never know. So, what you doing today?
I'm gonna same shit. Ooh, different day.
Exactly. Hey, Angie.
Hi, Angie. I have to call the cable company that will service the new house, and I have to see if I have to be there for them to turn it on, because and I don't want to pay $100 to turn it on because it's already on with the older.
Right.
The previous people is what I should say.
They can't just switch names.
I don't know. But obviously the wires are going to the house, if you know what I mean.
Right. So they may be able to just mail
This
you.
is like just blipping on and off and blipping on and off a lot.
Yeah, you did.
They have nerve. They raised my rates again. The one for this house.
They
raise it up every like 6 months. They tack on another $30 thinking I won't notice. And it's like, I noticed. Thank you. I don't want it. I feel like I want to cut the cord, and we're not going to have actual network television in the new place. So I want to cut it now and not pay here anymore. And Tony was like, we could do it.
Okay, because I know he likes his TV.
He said, I think I can find what I want to see anyway, because I think he could go to like YouTube, and like if he wants to see some late night talk show, he could find it. I'm sure you can find anything you want. And if you can't find the live one from yesterday, you probably can find one from 5 years ago. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Right.
He kind of likes to watch the monologues of the various comedians just to see if they're funny or not. I mean, they're kind of funny sometimes.
Right. No, I hear you.
But I'm very stressed out, and there is still a lot of like
Nana Tank is in the house.
Nana Tank?
But try not to be stressed.
Hi, Nana. Who's saying, be stressed? I don't know what happened. Like when I was talking to the realtor yesterday, and he said, yeah, we're like getting things started at 1:00. And I was like, I got panic stricken. The thought of it. It's like, hi, Claudette. And
hey, Claudette.
I should say, Teresa's here. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Claudette. I'm just saying everybody's name because I didn't say it before. Nana, Tink, and Debbie was here. You're here. I'm here. And my dog is hearing crying. And and you have a dog, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm very nervous. I'm going to
behind my back.
I'm going to talk in circles all day. I can't think straight. I'm very scattered.
Yeah.
I've been doing laundries just because I know like I can do that, and something will be happening that's positive in a way. So
yeah, I know. My stressful thing is just waiting for those people to call, the contractor to call.
Right.
I told Garrett, I said, what if they say we got to be out in a week? He goes, then I guess we'll bust butt and get out in a week. I don't know.
I know. Yeah. When people say, well, aren't you moving in right away? And I'm like, it's like, yeah, no, we're not ready.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Oh, it's crazy.
It is
Thank you,
crazy.
Jessica.
So we're both going through like house changes
I know.
around the same time frame. It's very weird.
It is weird. It's very stressful. But I feel like, and it's hardly nothing, but I feel like I accomplished so much. I cleaned out my medicine cabinet, which I had medicines in there from 2006 or four. I don't know. So I put them all in one bottle and I brought them to the thing at CVS. And I was like, oh God, please don't let me get stopped with all these meds in here. Cause it was like ADHD meds from when the kids were little. Now they like 30 something years old now. So that tells you how old they are. I just kept putting them in a bag. So that's all out. And they're so cute. I got them in little things. And then I cleaned off my coffee bar, got rid of that stuff. Coffees I don't drink. My neighbor took them. So she goes, oh, we love coffee. So, and then,
I could do that. I could probably go through those kind of cupboards, but I feel like breakables. I got to deal with that first.
Hey, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Yeah.
Just so if I want to keep any breakables, like my mom's china, I was putting it all like in a big crate, and I was wrapping up the platters and all the dishes, and I'm like, I can't lift this. It's not good. I need smaller bins, and I don't want to. I want to actually use it once in a while, but you can't. I don't think you can throw like nice china with gold edging in the dishwasher.
No. No.
Can't put it in the microwave either. But those are the only plates right now that I have that aren't crappy, that aren't all chipped up.
Well, actually, I'm going to put all my plates, pack them, and I'm going to put styrofoam and plastic in the drawer. Oh. Tree taken down. Oh, Lord, that's a mess.
Do you have storm damage? I don't know where you live, so were you affected by some hurricane? My dog's crying. No. Well, Deborah, I don't know if you heard. I'm closing on a house on Thursday. It's called hand washing. Yeah, I've been doing that a little bit. My husband likes to load everything in the dishwasher, and he loads it from like with the back of the plate starting in the front, and he works his way to the other side. And I said, you're supposed to put them so that in the middle it's open, so when the water circulates, it hits the inside of the plate. And he goes, leave me alone.
Well, I can tell whenever Thomas washes dishes because all the bowls are up, and I'm like,
she had a tornado.
Oh, geez.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I hope everybody's okay.
Yeah, I do too. Anyway, what did you say about? I want to actually do what you did. I want to throw away all the plates that we use and just use paper plates and plastic cups from now on. But
well, I don't want to. I'm not gonna. I'm packing them. I'm not throwing them away, but packing.
I don't. But, I have a set that's. Who's Paul Freed?
Hi, Paul.
Paul Freed. Hello, ladies, and all from Pennsylvania. Did an application for TV show Big Brother. I got in my email this morning that they will call me season 23. Do you guys see me? Not. Well, we don't know you, do we?
Well, we'll send good vibes that you get it.
If you want to go, I'm hoping you get it. And I was going to
say you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, good luck.
Nana says she won't let hubby do the dishwasher.
Hey, but we do this show on my channel next, like alternate weeks. So if you guys can follow Suzy Woozy me, I put a hello in the chat. I would appreciate it. And he's all from Pennsylvania. I'm moving to Pennsylvania. I'm not from Pennsylvania. I don't know how many people are from Pennsylvania for sure.
Well, it'll be 2 for sure. No, but I was saying I could tell when Thomas washes dishes, everything's facing up. So it's full of water and you got to dump it all out. And I keep telling him you got to turn it upside down, but he doesn't get it. But if he's washing them, I'm good.
Deborah, I'm sorry you had so much trouble. That's sad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I hope you get it all sorted out soon, Deborah. Oh, wow. I know they don't ever cover anything, do they?
I got insurance in Pennsylvania.
Uh-huh.
And I'm supposed to sign for it and pay for it on Thursday, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And so the lady who did the policy writing, underwriting, whatever they call it, her office is right near where the closing is. So basically it's like on the other side of the block. If there's anyway, it's a few, like 10 stores over. Wow. I didn't even ask, what's the deductibles? What are you covering? I didn't ask any questions. I just said, oh, that sounds good. I'll take it. And I'm like, you should. I feel like such a sucker. I didn't even ask what's covered or nothing or anything. You know, like sometimes they write policies out where you have like a $10,000 deductible or a $5,000. And then I don't know like at what point it pays to make it a little bit less.
Look over here, the deductibles for hurricanes are like so much. I mean, like the guy that works with my husband, his deductible was like $21,000.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
Ours is like $6,000, I think.
When we moved in here, I had 3 pine trees in the back and I had 5 pine trees in the side of my house. And every time there was a hurricane, we lost 1 to 2 trees. And in the back, all the blue spruces are gone and almost all of the hemlocks on the side of the house. So.
Well, when Ida came, so many of the pecan trees went down. I guess it doesn't have a very deep root system. I mean, they were all plump over. Oh, my new house is going to have the one I have now is broken. So my husband washes the thing.
They make them
there tonight. Should go on. Oh no, Claudette. Oh my goodness.
I've been living in this house since 2006 and I've already gone through 2 dishwashers.
Yeah.
And I have 3 microwaves, so they don't last like they used to.
Well, Nana, that's a joke if it's anything like here.
All right, Paul. Thank you for coming.
Bye, Paul. Keep us posted.
Yeah.
Put content on your channel. I mean, that would be a document your journey.
For sure. No help from FEMA. I almost want to say that I think I called FEMA after Ida and I told a little bit about my plight and then they changed my property into a flood zone. So it might not be always a good idea to call FEMA about stuff.
But are you having a pop-up jewelry coming soon,
she Deborah? Has to raise money to pay for all these trees.
I know. Deborah, whenever you're ready to come back on Fridays or Teresa's got Monday and Wednesdays, let us know. I'm going to subscribe to this Paul guy and see if he does content.
Well, like I said, if people will subscribe to me, I'd really appreciate it. I'm being stagnant at about 422.
And I'm at 522. Can't get any higher.
So if you can all see, when I started doing this with you, I think I had 430 and I went down. It's like so much for getting popular by doing a chat show. Huh. Anyway. But I'll keep putting hello so people can find my channel.
Yeah, do that. I've got glue all over my hand now, and that aggravates me.
I can imagine it's aggravating.
I was working on those pins this morning. But tonight we have our Christmas show.
A Christmas show? Are you going to have singing and dancing? What are you doing? Cake?
Christmas sale.
A show. I thought like Walking in our winter underwear.
Oh, wait, watch. I got all kind of stuff behind me.
Okay.
Oh.
Nana loves to iron. I have an iron. I had 2 irons. I threw one away. I have an iron. And people say, so how many times did you use it since you lived in this house? I could tell you 3 times.
I use my iron. Not a ton, but I do. Especially before we go on a cruise, I iron everything. I don't know why, because it gets all wrinkled again. And everybody's always wrinkled. So
when I was going through my clothes, it was a really safe bet that if I pulled something out and I looked at it and it looked really wrinkly, it went, because I thought I want to pull stuff out and it just looks a little less like crapola. I'll call it Ola to make it sound less nasty. But my husband's very big on, he likes linen, and that's a really, it should be like starched and ironed, and he doesn't. So
right, I used to get a whole pile, Nana, and do it at one time.
Oh boy.
They used to have some little ladies that lived around here, and that's all they ironed for people. You brought your stuff, and they just ironed it for you. He's back. He's back. Well, the dogs are not going to bark because he's coming in, not going out.
They adjust. Sometimes they bark on the way in too, but sometimes if Roxy finds her squeaky toy, she'll just squeaky, 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 squeaky. It's like she's trumpeting his arrival.
I don't know why on my glasses I always have a smudge going down my right eye.
And it's when you put a mascara on.
It's all the time. It's worse, yeah, when I put mascara. Maybe my lashes on my right eye is longer. I don't know. Ooh, I can see now.
I'm saving one microfiber cloth just for glasses, and it's pretty good. It helps. Mm-hmm. Hey.
That was a fast trip to Target.
I hear him yelling, "Give me that!" Oh, did you ever see my husband shop when I'm not around?
Mm-mm.
He takes a cart and he sprints. He sprints to where he's going, and then he sprints to the register and he gets out. He wants to. His dream shopping is to go to the store, shop, and come back, and it's like less than an hour.
Okay, so that's why he doesn't like to take you. Just kidding.
Oh, for sure. Because, I used to read labels. Now it's like, no. Just throw shit in.
I know. Now you got to read price tags, not labels.
20 shirts a week. Oh, my goodness. Well, there you go, Nana. You're a good lady.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm assuming if you have a space to do it, like a nice ironing board and a table next to it, and you could kind of like fold stuff up or hang it up right away, it's a lot easier. Like for me, I don't have my ironing board got flooded and I threw it away. And I ended up like, I'll put a towel down on my washing machine. And that's how.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
right, yeah, our Catholic school used to have, but I don't think they do it now. Hey, Angela.
My husband's going to and the dog taking them and running down the block. He's running around.
Oh, his socks.
I'm sorry. Oh, Deborah, that's sweet. I'm sorry.
Cool.
I interrupted you.
Bye, Jessica. It was funny. Have a good day.
But he's like, I see what you're doing. Stay away from the sock. Why do I find that funny? I find it funny.
Aw, she likes the soap, Nana.
My dog is so sneaky. Ironing board, well, at least you're neat enough to have a middle of the kitchen area.
That's where mine used to be, Nana. In the middle of the kitchen. In and out.
What is this?
I'm glad you're coming back, though.
You old monkey breath. Got it yesterday. Love, love, love the smell of that soap. Huh? Monkey breath? Interesting. Does it smell like bananas? I'm just curious. Anyway.
Oh, awesome.
I mean, I get such migraines from fragrance objects that if I put something on and it has a smell, I almost do a silent prayer. Let this dissipate in 10 seconds or a minute, please. And if I still smell myself by the time I'm about to leave, hi Jane, I have to like go and wash.
Hey Jane.
More like Cherry. Okay. So.
Whoa. Yeah, I like scents like fruit. You know, like I don't know. I don't like flowery scents because
I mean, when I was younger, I enjoyed like that Love's Lemon smell, like the I don't know, because it was kind of cheap and it probably wore off in 10 minutes, so I didn't mind it. But I once like drove off the road from like I felt overwhelmed by perfume and I started getting like woozy.
And I tell you what, going to church with all the little ladies with the Avon
no thanks
perfumes, oh my God, it's horrible.
No, it is.
I mean, I have one perfume I can use because it's very soft and it doesn't last long, but it's Paul Hardy by I'm sorry, Ed Hardy and it's the Christina Aguilera one.
I can't.
It's hard to find.
I can use Dial soap, the yellow, and that's.
Oh, I don't like Dial soap.
Some shampoos like are too strong for me.
Precious is snoring her butt off behind me. Oh, she said it smells like banana berry.
What I do like in fragrance is like very citrusy citrus. So if it smells exactly like a grapefruit or a lemon, I like that smell. But otherwise, I mean, I love the smell of baked goods when it's coming from baked goods, but I don't want to wear it. And I had candles. People had given me candles that had fragrance over the years, and I'm happy to say sayonara to all of them. I can't.
Well, I like the fruity kind of candles or the vanilla or cinnamon, you know, stuff like that. But I don't like flowers. Flowers, for some reason, triggers a migraine.
A lot of these fragrances and candles, when they're burnt, are not necessarily like, they're bad for people who have like asthma and stuff like that. So you avoid, the perfume counter, totally avoid that. I've been avoiding that since the 80s. So
you don't want to smell like a salad, Teresa?
Depends.
I know. And then those little ladies, like,
be a fruit salad.
They attack you to see, oh, you want this, or you know.
I used to work at the main Macy's in Manhattan and on Herald Square, where they had like the Thanksgiving Day parade, and anybody who works there could sign up to be in the parade, by the way. But that counter was supersized and the people were super aggressive, and I would be doing like, no, back off, and no. No. I
don't know what Red Door smells like.
Red Door sounds like Estee Lauder. I don't know, but back in the day, I remember I worked as a receptionist for Estee Lauder for 2 weeks as a temp job, and I was a crazy. I couldn't. They had over 500 employees, and I was the main switchboard plus the reception. And I remember putting people on hold. Like, I would be, hold on. And then my boss came out and said, can you file these when you have spare time? And I'm like, I don't even have time to go to the bathroom. So I used to put them in a drawer. I was a temp. I thought they'll find them eventually. And
they have your name blacklisted. No.
Oh, no, they actually offered me a full-time position.
Oh, wow.
Okay, if I had a sweater that I couldn't get a strong perfume smell out of, no matter what you do, I would probably donate it to charity, or unless it was super precious to me, I would put it. I would do like it would be a multi-prong approach. First, I would freeze it. Then I would put it in a bin with clay cat litter. And if that didn't work, I would put coffee grounds in perforated bags.
You tried vinegar, Nana, to wash it? Oh, you know what they say?
Vinegar's good.
And I did this on something that had a mildew smell. Vodka in a spray bottle. The vodka doesn't really have a smell, so you spray it and it absorbs the odor.
If you can hang it on a non-sunny day outside in the wind, that helps a little bit too. But if it's sunny, it could bleach out the colors.
But that vodka worked really well. It was old ornaments with velvet dresses, and they just smelled mildew. And I sprayed them, and it went away.
Good. I guess it's good to know all the tricks. I don't know. Honestly, though, like when people have things that smell funky and they put Febreze, then I think it's too funky smells. It creates a like an entity of
right. Hey, Robin. Ugh. Robin, I always have to look really good at your name now to make sure it's you.
Wasting vodka and stuff. Yeah, I thought about that at first too. I'm like, why would anybody want to? But like, I don't drink anymore, so. Yeah, just you could probably get cheap vodka as long as it's not.
Yeah. Like I went online and it was a person who sold like men's wear, like jackets, you know, coats and stuff. Okay. And that was their trick. And I did it and it worked.
Did you try freezing it? Sometimes freezing helps. I bought a beautiful leather bag at a thrift shop. I didn't realize it was probably at a bonfire or in a fire. And it was beautiful leather. I tried a lot of ways to get that nice. I ended up throwing it away. But
never tried newspaper? Because that absorbs smells too.
I put paper, and I had these, I want to say, like, I took cheesecloth and I tripled it up and I put coffee grounds in the cheesecloth, and I had packs of charcoal in there. I did everything. Charcoal.
Yeah, newspaper works really well. I know when the kids burn popcorn in my microwave, you know, it lasts forever. I'll ball up newspaper and stick it in there for a while.
Wow. They don't have newspapers like they used to. I don't get newspapers.
No, so. We do.
I wonder if they do in Pennsylvania.
They used to have a newspaper in New Orleans and one in Baton Rouge. Now they're combined into one. Oh, Robin says she recently bought something extremely stinky. Y'all try the vodka. It worked. I'm telling you. Let me know, Nana. You can go. You know they have those little bottles of liquor about this big. Now you can buy.
Yeah, you could buy a shot. Basically. Okay, Deborah.
Okay, Deborah.
Save the
save the vodka. That's right. You know, don't throw it out.
I used to. I would tell friends who were really into cologne if they could not wear it when they were going to see me. I would, you know, otherwise I can't see them anymore. You know, a strong fragrance that gives me migraines is enough of a reason for me to not want to hang out with you, I guess.
Oh, also,
you want to get rid of me, wear perfume.
Oh, well, there we go. Y'all know how to do it. Hey, Tooch.
Hi, Tooch.
I also, you know, on top of my coffee bar, we had some alcohol up there. So I threw all the wine away because nobody drinks it. So I threw it all away. But I kept the hard liquors. Like, it was expensive. I didn't want to throw it away. So I cleaned up the bottles and stuff. Like, you know, I like my Dizarani. So I kept that. And it was like almost a gallon of Crown. I don't know who the hell bought that. I didn't.
Okay.
I mean, it was a huge, but it wasn't the normal little bitty, So some other stuff in there. I mean, the rum I used for my cakes, so that stayed, of course.
I don't know. There's a lot of liquor I don't really care to own, but I mean, we taper down. I like every once in a blue moon. I enjoy to have a vodka tonic. So vodka would be my liquor of choice. Like if I was going to keep liquor around.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I have like 2 mixed drinks a year at the most. I mean, not even. Probably it averages out to 1 because I don't drink from year.
Right. Yeah, we'll have a after the house is done. We'll have a party, and you get an old liquor. There was no floaties in them. They still look good. It smelled good. I mean, I didn't keep stuff that was funky.
Do you remember somebody was selling these like wine bottles that had like a dog head or a cat head on it? I have those, but there was still liquor. There was still wine in it from the 70s. And I spilled it out and it was vinegary. It was very weird. And it, like the tannin, I don't know, the solids separated from the liquids and it was hard to get out. Anyway,
I had a bottle. It was a Mardi Gras bottle. It was like a souvenir kind of bottle. Like when I owned my gift basket business, we would get very expensive wine and we would give it to people coming in from New Orleans, like say like this hotel wanted to give that to their guests. Beautiful bottles. And Alette and I each took one, but mine was leaking for some reason, so I couldn't lay it down. Beautiful bottle, but you know what? I said, gotta go. Threw it away. I just closed my eyes and threw it away.
Oh, that's good.
Garrett cleaned out the junk drawer. I said, clean it out while I'm not home and throw away whatever you think I don't want. Or just throw it all away. Just keep whatever. So he calls me, he goes, I kept all the ink pens that wrote and I kept a few things I thought maybe you might want. I didn't go see what he kept. You know what? Those junk drawers, I never go in. Why do we have junk drawers? Okay. That's what I want to know. Why? I have 3 in my kitchen. 3.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain it. I know that there's stuff in the drawer that probably has been in there for 10 years or more.
Bread ties. I mean, I can understand keeping a few bread ties, but a stack of
okay,
I don't know.
Remember I told you there was a woman, her name is Pam, and she used to do these cooking, she does shorts, but she's like, reasons to use bread ties and not throw them away. Oh my goodness. If you watched it, there were so many things that she's like, you could, she said, if you're taking plugs out of like, let's say your TV and you're moving, she's like, she put the bread ties on it and wrote like, this is
right.
This goes in the top one, this goes in the middle, this goes in the bottom, whatever. She just had so many creative uses for it.
Yeah. Hi, Scarlett.
But I mean, how many do you really need? I mean, if you have more than 10, it's too much.
Right. Well, I have like, my kitchen is pretty big. So I have drawers going all the way down in one section. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the side where my stove's at. And then I had another one close to the refrigerator. And I'm thinking, so that one was one. The one on the other end by the back door was one. And then I had 2 by the refrigerator, between the refrigerator and sink. Those were both. So I'm like, I don't need 3 junk drawers.
My whole house is a junk drawer.
Well, mine too, but
I don't know.
That's you're right, Teresa. We just kind of scrape it in the drawer.
If anybody's going to come and visit me after I move in, it'll have to be, I would say like, okay, there's still boxes and stuff and things might not be in every place. But once I get living in a place, I don't want to have company anymore. I mean, just the sheer, I haven't vacuumed in 2 days and I have like first, what do they call? I don't know, rolling. The bunnies are rolling. It's like, what's that stuff in old West towns that rolls around?
Right. Actually, I have more than that, Nana. My kitchen is very big here. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I have a wall of cabinets, and in between some of them are drawers, like between the top and the bottom. So I don't know what I'm going to do because I know they're not going to have that much.
Teresa's right. I have tumble fur.
Hashtag don't visit Susie after she's moved in.
Right. If I don't know, I mean, we're tentatively like putting September 1st as a date, you know, when the mover and trucks will go, but it might be sooner. I don't know. Can't even imagine. Oh my goodness. It's going to be Friday.
Scarlett, what kind of mischief you into today?
Hi, Scarlett. Scarlett's here.
I guess I'm not going to have any junk drawers is right. Although I'm going to have a big office because one whole bedroom is dedicated to my office. My kids think they're getting it, but they're not.
I keep going away and coming back.
I know. My 2 adult children who live here think they're going to get it, I think, but they're not. Oh, she's being a good girl. Mm-hmm. So you say, Scarlett. I mean, I don't know. I've heard otherwise.
If somebody would make me a sandwich, I'd be happy right now.
I had cereal and I'm still hungry.
I had coffee and I'm still hungry.
Wait, so Garrett puts my coffee in the thing and all I have to do is put the button. So when I woke up, Sean was in the kitchen. So he says, press the button for your mom. So when Sean brings me my coffee, there's that much in the cup. And he goes, oh, it ran out of water. I'm like, oh, hell no. I told Garrett, I'm like, I'm finished already. So he goes, no, you know the rule. You can only have 1 cup of coffee in the morning. That's all I fix. I'm like, well, you better. He goes, that's written in the contract. I said, well, I revoked that contract.
And you want a full cup.
It
has to be a full cup. Otherwise, it's invalid.
That's right. Well, he went and fixed me another cup.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad's crafting again.
What's up, Dads? Dads, I wanted a coffee. You didn't bring me one. Dad's bought an awesome cup of coffee to Teresa.
I saw that. I wouldn't mind.
Teresa, what flavor was it? Because it looked good.
I want some, but I can't have it.
Well, I have to bring my mom to the doctor this afternoon at 2. Then I have to come back and get ready for tonight. So if anybody's looking for Christmas stuff, gift stuff, at 6:00 Eastern, we're having our little Christmas in July finale.
And it's going to be on whose channel?
Mine. That's right, Mara. That's what I told him. I said, the union is revoking. Caramel with almond milk. Hebrews. I love it. Dads.
Hey, congratulations.
Wait, I got to show y'all my thing that Nana made. Wait, hold on. This is for you.
Was it you? Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know what happened to it.
Was it you? Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know what happened to it. It went crazy, Nana.
It's playing. It looked fine to us.
No, but it kept freezing on my end.
Well, it didn't freeze on my end.
Oh, okay. Well, it showed that it was freezing on my end. Oh, well, Dad, you got it twice. Well, Dads, I can buy 2 coffees with that. Thank you. I'm frozen. I am frozen.
Oh, you're freezing up.
Okay, am I back?
You're drinking. You're getting too many of those ice. I'm alone. Oh no.
Okay, came back. Is that better?
It's fine.
Okay.
You know, as long as we hear you.
It's freezing.
It was cute, Nana. Very cute. But she is freezing. I see her face frozen again.
I'm going to go out of StreamYard completely and come back in.
Okay. Bye. All right. So I'm really boring now because all I'm thinking about is closing on Thursday to the house in Pennsylvania and the million things we have to do to make this happen. It's mind-boggling. And it was hard when I was 15 to 20 years younger. The only time I didn't mind moving was when I was like in my 20s. And then everything seemed possible. I could paint my whole house myself. I could see, my hands were steady. It was good. Now, Why am I moving, Ashley? Okay.
It's a long story, Ashley.
I got married and my husband had a house. I had a house. I didn't want to live in his house. He didn't want to live in my house. So we said, we're going to get a neutral house. We started looking at prices. They were through the roof. So I said, maybe if we move to, farther west, it'll be less money. Now, I'm not saying it is less money. They're kind of, you can find, they are less money, but.
Or less taxes.
But the taxes are amazingly less compared to here. So that is the true benefit. I mean, like I said, the house we're buying is basically what we sold the other house for. So it was sort of even Steven. But I'm going to sell my house now, and that's going to be our retirement money. So hopefully. Thank you. But it's really, really, it's really stressful and it's tiring. And I'm up and down stairs all day. And I fell a few days ago. When was that? Anyway, my bruises are Mardi Gras colors, I will say. And they still hurt when I touch them. But I bruised the bottom of my foot. How did that happen, Dawn? I don't know. Anyway, so it hurt. It hurts. It hurts. But toward the end of the day, I'm going up the stairs really slowly, if you know what I mean. I'm trying. It's hard.
Suzy, I'm going to restart my computer real quick. I'm going to leave and
restart.
Really?
Okay. She wants to be on the tour. Jane, if you want to come down next month, if you want to come down shortly and you have an air match. Yeah, I'm going to actually, my neighbors are Amish, and down the road, I did like the Google Earth thing, and I was like peeking at the houses, and every house that had a long laundry line outside with very long dresses. I knew that they were either Mennonites or there's very religious Amish. They have very plain clothes. There's crossovers that are a little less, and they can have a little more color going on. And there's Mennonites, which, they'll still wear a dress to their ankles, but it might actually have some pink in it or something. She's not nuts. You're not going to come to Pennsylvania? It would be nice to come to visit me in the fall when all the leaves are turning. That would be beautiful because it's surrounded by mountains where I'm moving. And I am. Yes, Myra. Hi, Myra. Anyway, I'm going Amish. It's so fun to see the horse and buggies go by, though. I can't even imagine. Can you imagine? I think that they were saying the buggies now cost about $6,000. That's a lot of money. Oh, she's waiting till I move in. We're not going to have it's still going to be an air mattress. Forget. we don't, it's not a big house. So we can't have a dedicated guest area. It would be really hard. They're used to it, and they usually have a lot of children. They don't have TV at night. So let's face it. They're farmers. They get up early, they go to bed early, but they all have like about between 5 and 20 kids. So yeah, you need help around the house and help with the little ones. You have another child, right? We need to build a bunk house. I don't know. We were thinking about getting a big house at one point, and then Tony's like, if there's too many rooms, people want to live with us. So we had to decide, what did we really want? And we really don't want people living with us full time. So we figure,
All right.
I mean,
Hope that works.
I'd be okay to get like a, what do they call it? Like a trundle bed or something, like a day bed that has a mattress instead of like cushions. So somebody could sleep on something, but she wants to review the Amish butter. I can't wait to try like the milk in a bottle, like a glass bottle, fresh from the farm kind of milk. I want to try that. I mean, I'm lactose intolerant, and the amount of lactose I plan on using is a lot. I'm gonna have to get those little pills you take. They're good. The Amish come here. My cousin has a farm about 25 minutes away from me in New Jersey, and his farm has a stable, and they did a barn raising. He had a truckload of Amish people come. He said they throw it together in a day, and it's beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Nice.
And they work hard. Oh, as a matter of fact, there was a group of, I think the guys who, okay, 2 houses down, the guy petitioned the town to build a garage. They said, sure. Well, his garage has a porch. Okay. So I don't really see how the car is going to go upstairs. But either way, they laid out all the materials in the street for a couple days. And then the crew of Amish people came and they did that too. One day. They put it all together. It's very quick.
Like a bunch of worker bees.
Yeah, really. I mean, they know how to do things with wood and levers and pulleys and
nice.
They have people that aren't scared of heights. It's good. I mean, it's interesting because I don't know. I'm so scared of heights. I say like stepping on a chair is sort of challenging for me. So I was making a joke that even when I wear like wedge heels, it's enough height for me. I'm good with that. You've had goats? Oh, clean out.
Is it tart like the cheese, Myra?
It's supposedly if you get pygmy goat milk, it's very creamy and rich.
Okay.
I mean, some people say it tastes a little different. It depends what you feed them mostly. Mm-hmm. They have like sweet hay, and then they have more herby kind of hay. If they have a lot of sweet hay, the milk's going to be a little sweeter, I think. But a lot of people who do goats, they make soap or they make cheeses. But I know a lot of people feed goat's milk to dogs. Yeah, it's true. I mean, like they're not supposed to have, even if they have a phone for business, they're not supposed to have internet. So they really do have a hard work ethic. I mean, I saw interviews with various Amish people by this. There's a guy who visits towns on YouTube, and he spent a lot of time with Amish. And there was one guy, he was very friendly. He says he reads a lot. Like that's what he does at night. You sit in front of the propane, or I don't know, they have some sort of lanterns.
Oh, I bet that would be good. My aunt and uncle, when we were little, had a farm, and they would bring over gallons of raw milk. Mm-mm. My mom would like scald it, and
there's ways
to
kind of like I want to say home.
Hey, Michael.
Hi, Angry Otter Reacts. His name is Michael, you said? I'm not gonna. I can't remember names.
Yes, she won't remember tomorrow.
I know.
This afternoon.
You know, being forgetful is good in one instance. I said I can see like TV shows and movies over and over again every like year or two, and I don't remember the ending. It's fantastic. So, you know, and if I really liked it, I could just put a check like this, see it in 2 years, and I'm having fun again.
Right,
so,
right.
I don't know. I mean, if somebody acts like weird to me or like strange or even mean, I'll remember that. But it's funny. It's like, what do they? Oh, my husband called it Irish Alzheimer's, like where you only remember the grudges. And I'm
right. My mama would call it selective memory.
Yeah, that's true. It's selective memory.
Yeah.
My husband is Irish and Scandinavian. So somebody wrote something about there's two people in a family. Somebody who's, sets up the dishwasher, like they said, a Scandinavian architect, and another person, I forgot what they said. See, I forgot what they said the other person's like, but it's basically just throws the dishes in there. Okay. You've been around for 6 years. I'm sure I've seen you around, and I know I've seen the name. Nakoma Finds. So are you a treasure hunter reseller? Anyway. So I say my husband really is a Scandinavian architect. I've actually had relatives who were farmers, but that was basically in the year 1900 to like maybe 1940s. They had cattle. Some of my family had a cattle farm out here, and they also grew grains. And then some of my family had millers. I'm very fascinated by mills, actually. I love a water wheel and a little river, and I love photographing mills. It's one of my favorite things to take pictures of. And wildlife, but they don't stand still for you. You got to be fast.
I was gonna say, yeah, quick, get the trigger.
Well, I got rid of a lot of reselling stuff for sure, but I see as I'm whittling down, I'm finding more stuff. More and more and more.
I know. I keep trying to get rid of my stuff, and it seems like it never ends.
Well, I need to know. I keep watching the people who do, they call it Swedish death cleaning, or there's other methods, but they think how would you want your heirs to find your stuff? And I think it doesn't matter, because my heir will buy a dumpster and throw everything in. Now, once I find where my good stuff is, I'm going to have to label it. Don't throw away, give it to Dawn, kind of. I have to label those bins.
I have to get a truck and come get it.
You will.
Although that's assuming she goes before me.
I predecease you.
She thinks she's gonna. Yeah.
I have a black cloud over my family's medical history. I can't. If I make it past my early 70s, I'm gonna have a big party.
All right, Nana. Have a good day.
Take care, Nana. I know that's sad that I feel that way, but I don't know. I averaged out everybody's, the long and the not long. I mean, my grandmother died at 32, and my grandfather on that side died at 57, and another grandfather died at 65. But my parents died in their early 70s. So, and I'm in my early 60s. 10 good years, hopefully.
My mom's side has longevity. Well, on her dad's side, his aunt was 104 when she died. But my mom's mom had a stroke at 60.
It is too young.
All right, get sewing, dads.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sew something good. I wish I had a hobby that was that kind of cool, that you can make stuff to use or wear. Instead of just, I used to make jewelry and people wear that, but I was always fascinated by people that could take string and then knit or crochet and make a poncho or a blanket. Mm-hmm. I mean, I could do a scarf because it's straight.
Well, the whole family is talented.
Yeah. Well, it's cool.
Their son crochets.
Oh, really? That's neat.
Yeah. And then Teresa crochets and does she makes beautiful cards.
I used to make cards in high school and sell them back in the day. And then I thought about doing photographs and putting them in the cards that I actually have. But
nice.
The place where I used to get my pictures, my photos printed went out of business. And now I can't find any place that is good or reasonable. It's either good and expensive or reasonable and crappy.
Oh, this little girl was behind me. And my back hurts. She was snoring behind me.
I like your shirt.
Thank you. My really good friend gave it to me. Her name is Suzy. You might know her.
It's cute.
I love it.
It has beads on it, and it's the tie-dye stuff in the front. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
it does. I like the little
I
fringes.
love it. Oh, Crafty Bonnie Boo. How's it
Hey,
going?
Bonnie.
Long time
Long
no
time no
see you.
see.
And we were talking about crafty people, and then Bonnie shows up.
Yeah, see that? Jane's crafty.
Yeah, she's crafty too. It does look great on you, Dawn.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I kind of want to do jewelry again, but I was just painting my nails, and my hand was doing this weird thing where it was like kind of jerking around. And I was like, oh, 110.
Wow.
You have a better chance than some of us here.
Yeah. Let's see, my grandmother was 86, but my grandpa on my dad's side died young.
Do you wonder if they were exposed to chemicals or eating like different kinds of foods than we were? I know my grandfather he was exposed to benzene, and he got a weird kind of cancer and passed.
Oh yeah, you talking about Nana? Mara? Yeah, she left.
Anyway, my grandmother, when her first like 13 years of life, she lived on a farm, and they ate stuff that they had a dairy cow, they had chickens for the eggs and maybe chicken meat. They ate stuff that they raised. So I think that like if you spend the first probably 13 years of your life eating fresh whole food, it's probably good for your foundation, if you know what I mean. You know, by the time I was born, we were eating like cellophane cheese and ketchup on pasta. Ugh.
I can't say that I had that, because my mom cooked. My dad had to have like supper when he got home from work at like 3:30 in the afternoon.
There's a lot of chemicals in the foods. I mean, you know, what was the most fun? Well, for me, was like if we got to eat a frozen meal.
Yes.
Wasn't that fun with the little stupid brownie in it? That was so good. Oh, I'm sorry.
Aw.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, that sucks.
It is sad. Oh, it's so sad. My mom was exposed to the baby powder, and she got the ovarian cancer. So, but she died before they said if you die at a certain point, people were suing the company. Can't do that. But it's probably the reason. It's probably one of the reasons. I mean, who knows?
Oh yeah, Pepsi was ours.
And it was like Tab and all the crappy diet ones with the saccharins and stuff.
My sister-in-law used to love Tab. That was the nastiest drink ever made.
It was horrible. Wasn't there something called Diet Right? Diet Right Cola? There was RC.
I used to like the RC Cola. But we never drank diet until I was way married. But
I was raised on diet stuff,
yeah.
and margarine. They didn't use butter; they used margarine.
Right.
That's so chemically.
I know. And look, Maria will go and buy her own margarine because she goes, butter is nasty. I'm like, she goes, this is butter. I'm like, oh, sweetheart, that is not butter.
I only had butter if we went to a restaurant and they gave you the butter pats for the piece of bread you got, and oh man, butter was good, but we didn't have it in the house.
When I first got married, I used to buy Parquet because I thought that was, the thing to buy. Well, not no more. All I buy is butter, but yeah.
Jane feels good not eating crap food. That's awesome.
Yeah. My mama was so addicted to Pepsi. Still is. She's 85, and she's still addicted to Pepsi. So, but I switched over to Coke, but I mean, that's all I would drink for a long time. Butter is great, Claudette.
Yeah, it's one of the best things that I mean, I know it's not healthy living with Tony, but in a way, like every time we go shopping, he throws like a 4-stick butter in the cart. And I go, we have 2 packs already. And he goes, we can't run out.
Look, we buy butter by the 4-packs at Sam's.
I mean,
wow, Mara. She said you can put it outside and the bugs won't eat it.
Wow. He would put butter, like a whole stick of butter on like a lot of broccoli and like a baked yam. And that would be supper. And I'm like, but you're negating all the good from having steamed broccoli and a baked yam by using an entire stick of butter.
Right. Now, I don't put butter on that stuff anymore. I'll like roast it with a little bit of olive oil. So
I love roasted vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. Wow, $8 a pound. That's a lot. Our butters, it's usually around $3.50 a pound here.
Oh, over here it's like about $4.50.
But we're using the store brand butter, but it's okay. I mean, it's not like really rich or anything. Like, and they do run sales.
One from Walmart, it's a little bit cheaper. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. For all I know, the butter I'm buying every week isn't really $3.50. It's probably like $5.50. And I haven't really looked, and I'll be shocked because we just throw it in the cart.
Right.
We look for if one is on sale and we buy the cheapest. But I want to try Amish butter now, for sure.
I bet it's so good with nothing in it but pure
cream.
Yes. Michael says a tub of Country Crock is 99 cents.
We used to get that Country Crock when my mom only used like Promise Margarine and Country Crock.
Oh, and Parquet was my mom's favorite. I told you the story after Hurricane Ida, she couldn't find Parquet. And when she did find it, she bought the big tub. She bought 2 of them. I told my sister, I'm like, what is she doing? Taking a bath in it? Oh my gosh, she freaked out because she couldn't find Parquet.
Hi, Glenn.
Hey, Glenn.
Do you think she's putting, maybe she uses that as moisturizers?
No, she uses it. That's what she uses to cook with. And I'm like, Mama, that is nasty. She goes, no. And like, she might keep 1 stick of butter in the house, but
when I bake certain recipes, like sometimes they'll call for Crisco, and I was using margarine. Tony bought a tub of Crisco, and I'm scared. I don't even know. I don't want Crisco in the house. I'm scared what he's going to make with it. I don't want to know. I told him from now on, we can't we shouldn't make smelly food in the house, like no more bacon, no more fish, because if we want to sell this house, we have to try to make it smell like stinky.
Right.
It's bad.
Mom, that's how we cook green beans. Like we cook them down with meat and then almost at the end we put potatoes in it. And we eat it over rice. I don't eat it over rice. I just eat it like that. But it's not my favorite, but I'll eat it.
You put potatoes in your green beans?
Yes.
Do you ever I can't use canned anymore. I used to love the canned green beans when I was young.
Well, I mean,
now I can't do it.
I only cook the canned if I don't have any and somebody really wants green beans. But usually we do the fresh.
I like fresh or the frozen. And they've, honestly, frozen vegetables, they are frozen at the peak of their freshness. So they're good to have.
Yeah.
And it tastes really different. It's like night and day difference.
Sean wants me to make him a pot pie. He goes, Mom, you get some of them frozen peas and carrots? I'm like, no, I don't think I have any.
Well, I did buy some self-rising flour, and I think maybe he's got biscuits on the brain. Like maybe he thinks he likes strawberry shortcake. And he said, you know what a shortcake is? Because I made this crappy cake the other day. He said, it's biscuits with sugar. That's all.
Right.
And
right.
I said, okay. That's interesting. See, everybody.
Yeah, I'm real funny about texture too. Oh.
I had a friend who made her string bean casserole with canned French cut beans. And I thought, really? You don't use fresh or frozen? And She's like, that's the way. And everybody loves it. And I'm like, everybody tells you they love it? No, I just.
Shame on you.
I'm
Hey,
thinking,
Maritza.
hola. Hola, ¿cómo está? Anyway, Tony said, he goes, if you use that Campbell's soup for the green bean casserole, I won't eat it. And I'm like, well, what do you use? He goes, well, I take mushrooms and cream, and and he makes his own. He gets all fancy. He makes his own Alfredo sauce from scratch, and he said he can't stand it in a restaurant. He feels like they don't. He goes, it's really easy. It's just basically, it's butter, cream, and Parmesan cheese. He's like, it's not that hard to do.
Right.
And you don't heat it enough so that it separates. You got to catch it before it breaks.
Oh, yeah. I was making a fettuccine and walked away.
Uh-oh.
And it got too hot and it separated. I mean, it tasted fine, but just you couldn't look at it.
It's a shit. I know that, like, if I ever eat out and I bring home a lot of the leftovers, that stuff doesn't reheat well.
I've never liked that, Mara.
I mean, I don't like love it, but if I'm gonna have it, that's the way. I kind of want the Campbell's cream and mushroom soup and the crispy onions on top. But the green beans should be frozen or fresh. But that's the only concession I make, and I wouldn't mind extra sautéed mushrooms either. Fresh, I like them. But it's me. I basically make everything on the cast iron pan now. I threw away all of my pans that had a coating. And that's another thing that we have all those forever chemicals now. They didn't have that. My grandmother got a set of Farberware that was stainless steel, and that's what she used her whole life. And my mom started with the Teflon. We're doomed with that Teflon. Now they have other stuff that they say is not Teflon, but it really is a couple of molecules away from Teflon. So
I love chimichangas, which is bigger taquitos, I guess. That sounds good, Michael.
That does sound good.
Except I don't like black olives. You can leave those off.
I like olives, but my husband doesn't, and you don't, and you're not going to have it, but. There's something called chincatile, and it's made with tortillas. It's like a Mexican lasagna kind of thing.
We used to have a chain restaurant called Cuco's here. I don't know if anybody has those. And they closed them out, but they had the best chimichangas. The sauce that they would put on top. Oh my God. I went online, tried to replicate. I did once, sort of, kind of. So, but oh my God, they're so good.
I used to go to this Mexican restaurant that when you had the fajitas, they didn't just give you sour cream. They gave you sour cream with crema in it and seasoning. And it was so, oh my God. My friend used to call it her happy plate. Like it to her. And it was really good. I don't know what seasonings they put in that, but it was so good.
We have two bigger restaurants. We have like La Coretta's and we have El Paso. So Garrett goes, he hates I don't like Mexican food. I'll get a hamburger. So one day we were trying to figure out where to go eat, and he goes, let's go to El Paso's. And I'm like, since when you want to go to Mexico? Oh, well, me and Miguel went there for lunch one day. On a Sunday, that was the only thing open.
And it was good. He liked it.
Wait, you know what he got? Fried chicken wings.
Okay.
They have it on the appetizer menu, but it's a huge portion.
Let me tell you, I'm moving to a town that has the only Mexican is Taco Bell. And I told you the Japanese restaurant was called Tokyo. And it had a sign out front. I think it's closed. It said best Chinese food in town. And I think it's not even open. And I'm like, somebody needs an encyclopedia. Don't you look on the Tokyo is in Japan, people. Like it's Japanese food. You can't, you shouldn't have a Chinese. It's like false advertising. I got really excited. I was moving to an area with a Japanese restaurant. Man, there's some Amish restaurants or restaurants that have Mennonite style food. And, a lot of it is like, it's okay. Like some of the dishes are weird. They're weird to me. They're kind of very creamy and mayonnaise-y. I don't
Michael,
like.
that sounds good.
Well, I want to try it. They have something called a whoopie pie. And I want to try that. It looks like it's like a chocolate muffin top and white stuff in the middle. I don't know what they put in there.
Oh, I'll make whoopie pies. I got the best recipe if Tony wants. I'm not going to say if you want it. If Tony wants the recipe for the whoopie pies.
I make those cardamom cookies that I love.
I know.
But apparently my husband doesn't love them, but that means more for me. I know that that's greedy, but and then he says, "Can't you make something with a chocolate chip in it?"
Right. It's like, let me make something nobody else wants.
Oh man. He has a thing for Chips Ahoy crispy with the peanut butter cup in it. And almost every other time he goes to buy it, he buys the chewy by accident and he hates them. He says they taste like Play-Doh. And I'm like, I don't know really what Play-Doh tastes like, but I tried them. He's like, it's like it tastes like Crisco with sugar. And they really are kind of gross. I don't know.
Oh, Michael said he lived in Tokyo. What we eat here is not Japanese.
I know. Well, in Tokyo, I heard that some of the best food was in their version of a 7-Eleven, and they had takeaway food that was fantastic. I knew someone who lived in Japan for a few years. And she says, I miss it. And she goes, all the army wives miss it too.
Yeah.
That 7-Eleven takeaway stuff. Oh man. I went to I grew up in New York City, and I had a friend who was Japanese, and she was friends with an apprentice sushi chef. It's hard for me to say that fast. Sushi chef. Anyway, so we went to the restaurant where he worked, and who are you waving at?
Maggie Doodle.
Hi, Maggie Doodle. And anyway, we sat at the bar where I guess they call it the sushi bar. And he kept putting food out for us to try. And I'm thinking, he's giving us tidbits. I thought maybe it was free. But anyway, that was like the most expensive meal I ever had in my life. But it was fantastic. It was like, like there's Iron Chefs that open, they have the Japanese restaurant. Anyway, one of them. Anyway, very, very, very good.
Wait, look, that's funny. So Myra said he wants you to bake. He don't want to eat those. He wants you to bake them fresh. But he bakes really good cookies, Myra.
He does.
And, of course, Scarlett says the toilets there are weird.
Are they?
How would Scarlett know that?
Oh, man. When I got off the plane in Holland, in the Netherlands, and I went to the bathroom, and I was like, okay, how does the toilet flush? So I'm looking around. There's no pull cord. There's no doodah. There's no button in the wall or like behind it. And I'm like, and I said out loud, how do you flush these things? And someone said, there's a button by the door. Step on it. And I'm like, seriously? And I'm looking, and I saw it. I was like, that's crazy.
A friend of mine said she went, I don't know where it was. I know they went to Germany, Switzerland, all that. And she said they had outdoor bathrooms, but only like your middle half was covered. Like the tops of you and like your legs were exposed.
I don't like that. So,
I don't like that either.
Oh no. Women need more privacy than that. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess once you sat, then.
Still, I don't know. I'm saying women sometimes need more privacy than that. At least from, the head down.
Right. Right.
And
the toilets in Japan are amazing. They warm up, play music, wash your backside, and then self-clean itself.
Oh, and I heard that they dry. They actually, they can blow dry your butt. which is funny. But I don't. Hey, Ken, how are you doing?
Hey, Ken. Oh, Maggie says the most interesting toilet experience she had was in Israel. The bathroom just had a hole in the floor with 2 footprints.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That is interesting. I mean, I went to somebody's house in England, and and there was like a pull cord in the toilet, and I figured it was to flush, but it's weird. We're not used to having like
right, Jake? Oh my God.
I heard about some in China. They had some holes for bathrooms. So.
That is crazy.
Oh my God. Tony took a picture of a sign when he was in China, and one of them said, and it literally said they had a translation of what the sign said. And it said something like, do not spit, do not throw gum, do not shit. It literally said, do not shit. And I'm like, he said, that's always good advice.
Right?
Every part. So funny. It's funny translation to say that word.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah. And but crazy. It is crazy. I went to pay toilets in Scotland, and I remember thinking, I don't have the right change, and I'm like almost saying, how do I get in here? And and I mean, I'm like one of these tourists. I was like seriously holding out my money and letting like the bartenders take what they needed, and I'm thinking I probably paid $50 for that drink because I didn't know what the money meant. Oh man. It was just funny. Pretty soon, the pay toilets will take credit cards.
Right. I know. Look, I still think it's weird when the drink machines take credit cards.
Oh, that saved my life in Canada because I didn't have enough Canadian money, but I could still get a drink.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
It's like a dormitory. How to go in? Oh, cool, Michael. He's dual nations of Israel.
A debit card. Okay.
Yeah. And I never carried cash, so it's good that they do. Wow. I don't know. I don't think I'd like to pay to have to pee.
I wonder how they do contactless pay toilets. I wonder how they do that.
Hey, Jennifer Hayes.
Miss Hayes is giving
in the house.
Hey, Jennifer, how's it going?
Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, if nobody knows, Christmas in July finale is tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Scarlett, you know, like pay to pee.
In New York City, there's like almost there's like probably websites for like where can you pee for free in New York City. And back in the day, they used to just let you walk into hotel lobbies and you could go to their bathrooms, and now they don't.
Wait, I got to tell you, my bank. It's like a credit union, and their inside has modernized to. There's only tellers, like ATM kind of tellers, huge. There's 3 big ATM tellers, and then there's one person standing there. So I went in, and usually the girl at the counter could unlock my account because I was stupid and put the wrong password in. So they locked my account. So I'm like, I need to get my account. So I had to sign in, sit and wait for a person in an office to unlock my account. And I'm like, is this actually quicker? I mean, how do you think, who thought of this, that this is quicker? So then, but they don't have tap to pay. If you want to be all fancy, fine, but put tap to pay on our cards, please.
I don't know. Every time I go into a place where they have a choice of a kiosk and a human being, I like to use the humans, and I feel like, they're going to be out of jobs, because that's what they thought. They said, we're going to save 3 salaries by the end of the year. This machine's paid off. In 2 years, you're making money. So that's what happens. In New York City, when I worked for a franchise office for a fast food chain, and Coca-Cola came in and they said, we have a way that you could make 5,000 more a year. And what was that? Oh, don't offer small sodas anymore. The mediums are now the small. Then the larges are now the mediums. And then they sold really big ones. And so I'm like, okay. And so everybody, instead of getting, like, back in the day, it might have been a 75-cent drink. Now it was like $1.25.
Mm-hmm.
So they said that extra revenue from everybody pays for, it's a lot of money at the end of the week, at the end of the year, at the end of the month.
I don't know.
So
it's crazy.
It is crazy. Because now the soft drinks at one of our fast food chains here, they're like $4 for the small drink. I'm like, that's
how they make their money.
$4 for like this, and that was at Popeyes. So I'm calling them out. Popeyes, you're too expensive for soda. Sorry. Or even if you
can't.
Well, that's one of those nice bidet kind of toilets.
That's a fancy one with a light.
I would love to try that, but Tony was looking into it, and he said, I could get you water. I could make one for you. He said, but it'll be colder water. And I'm like, I don't want cold water hitting my private. Sorry.
Right?
That's not for me.
No.
It takes like 10 years for the water to heat up anyway. So, I mean, not really, but.
That's crazy.
So, I'm going to get the oven fixed. I have to call a plumber. Not a plumber. HVAC guy. I thought I was going to need to call a plumber, but Tony unclogged. Everything is breaking in the last few weeks of me living here.
That's why you need to hurry and get out.
Drive me nuts, man. Everything is breaking.
Hurry and get out.
My refrigerator keeps beeping at me, and I'm like, stop.
That's funny.
It's not really funny, but it's funny.
Not right.
I mean, really, like, why? I feel like I gave myself the canary, because I was sitting here and I was like, wow, central air conditioning is fantastic. It's working great. And then, it wasn't. I mean, I'm glad we got those window units. It was so
you don't really appreciate something sometimes. We take it for granted until you don't have it.
Really? Really, really.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Tina?
That is Tina. Miss Tina, how are you? Happy Tuesday.
I don't know how happy it is.
I'm just saying. It might be happy for her. She could keep Tuesday.
I feel like my chronic fatigue has kicked in. I can't feel rested like the last few days.
Cortisol from stress. It's making you tired.
Maybe, I guess. I'm just, I wake up really, really exhausted. Like, I can go lay down right now and take a nap with a good heart.
A lot of people, I've been feeling sleepy too. I've been crossover. I've been falling asleep at like 8:30 for like a little while. And then I like a cat nap and then I wake up. But I didn't do it. I think it's the stress. I think it's just wearing me out. And then,
wow.
And then you know me. I like to stress crunch eat. So I bought Cheerios.
I hope you at least bought.
I did buy the honey nuts, but all I
think about is food lately, and I know it's stress, and watermelon is on the top of my list.
Well, that's okay. That's healthy at least.
I know, but with my swallowing issues, it gets stuck in my throat. And my doctor yesterday, she goes, "Well, just buy watermelon flavored candy." I'm like, That is not a solution to
That's what
fresh
you told him?
watermelon.
Watermelon flavored candy, huh?
Yeah. I'm like, don't tell my husband. He goes, you must have bought 20 watermelons already. I'm like, I got to get it in before they go out of season.
We've only had 3 this year, and 2 of them weren't that good. And the one that was sort of good was only good right in the middle.
The ones I bought, there was a few that wasn't like super sweet, but they were edible, and they were good. They just wasn't like really, really good.
We did buy some nectarines that were great, and the plums were not good, and the peaches were not good.
Exactly, Michael. Artificial watermelon is not the same.
No, have you ever tasted a banana candy that remotely tastes like a banana? No. To me, it tastes so different. It's like there's a real banana, and then the stuff that's yellow.
Right.
But it doesn't. I don't know. It's hard.
Now Bella loves watermelon, but Precious does not like to eat watermelon. But she gets like a little bit. She'll drink the juice at the bottom of the.
Maybe you could make her a watermelon smoothie so she could lick it up.
Yeah, well, she licks the juice in the bottom of the bowl.
Do they get
when I'm done?
They have too much. My dogs love the watermelon, but you can't just give them a whole slice. They get like a chunk and they're done. I don't want them to have the diarrhea.
Oh, mine, she eats more than a chunk. But like usually I'll bite it and I'll leave her a little piece on it.
My dogs, in the beginning when we started, Tony was taking out the socks he was throwing away, and Norton was running away with them. So he eats everything he loves paper towels. He'll eat hair. He doesn't care. He's not that discriminating. So
I don't like the texture of pears, Tina. Now I don't like if it's mealy, but if it's nice, fresh, and crunchy.
There is old watermelon and some nice crispy watermelon. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I like cherries when they're in season.
Shoot, the watermelons are so expensive here.
The cherries are expensive.
Yeah.
Blueberries are in season right now. So if you want blueberries, I'm hoping I could get some blueberries on Thursday. I'm hoping they're not all done and picked and sold by the time we come.
Like when she says, you want to pick some blueberries? Say, wait, hang on. I got a bag in my pocket.
That's why I was looking around when I sat down, and I'm thinking, what kind of bags do I have I could take? I'm like,
they're totally moved out the house, right?
They better be. I don't know. Like, I'm going to bring these bags with me. So just in case there's about 20 pounds of blueberries ready to fall off and feed the ants, I'm going to.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I bought a box of peaches from Sam's. They're so good.
If people don't know, I'm buying a farmette that has blueberry bushes, but like a lot. Jennifer. So a farmette. I'm calling it a farmette. It's not really a farm. Kind of. I mean, nobody's going to make money off of that. I can't imagine. Oh my gosh. $100 watermelon. No thanks. I'll eat watermelon candy if it's $100 to eat watermelon.
Wow.
I heard that the Japanese fruit, like there's some Japanese markets and on the Jersey side of like Manhattan. I used to go there and all the fruit was like protected, like with little styrofoam, like foam, like little cradles.
Uh-huh.
In Tokyo, everything is so expensive. So you're saying like a perfect apple was $10. Yeah.
Wow.
My brother went a long time ago, like in the 80s, he was in Japan and he said he ordered he didn't realize where he was and he ordered an American beer. And back then it was $25 for a beer. And he said, yeah, that was the last time I ordered a beer.
I guess so.
Like in Japan. Like back then in the 80s, $25 for you could get a whole case probably.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of money for one beer.
I hate when you bite into an apple or something and it's mealy.
Me too. Who likes that?
Only
an ant would like a fly.
Bella would eat it. Dog eats anything.
Everything in that store was perfectly stacked, and it was amazing to look at. I mean, it was really like a museum of food in that place.
Oh, nice.
That's interesting. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. It's a lot of work. That's why it's $100. But even at $50, I wouldn't want it. It would have to be closer to 10. I think.
The watermelons here, if you buy it from somebody on side the road, one of the big ones with seeds, it's like almost $30.
I'm gonna say, oh, hell no, not doing it. No.
Walmart's been having them on sale for like $4 something, and the little seedless ones, and they're pretty good. Now I went to, where did I go? Winn-Dixie, and they had the big one with the seeds for like $8.99. I paid that. I got it. It was okay.
I don't mind if they're around like $5, $6, $7, $8. But anything more than that, it's like I don't like it enough, and it takes up too much room in the fridge. So I'm happy to not have it.
Yeah, Jennifer, thank you.
Yeah.
I was dropping them
She's
links
monetized.
Yay. If I don't get past 522, I won't be.
Really? What do you mean?
No, I mean if I drop.
Tell your friends to subscribe, people. Tell your friends.
What's a HEB?
And if everybody will subscribe to me who's not previously subscribed, I'd really appreciate it,
Definitely. Subscribe to the Woozer.
I put my link in the chat. I mean, you could click on my name. And that'll be that.
I wish I could sleep like a dog. They just snore at the drop of a hat.
It would be good. They sleep a lot, though. They do. I think sometimes they could sleep like 18 hours. I could sleep a lot. It's too much, a little bit. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, man.
What's up today, Jennifer? Let's see. Oops. Oh, wait. That's my husband. It might be good news.
Fingers crossed. Pray hands. Cross pray hands for her. And meanwhile, he's saying, what are we having for dinner? No, I don't know. That would be funny. Come on. Yes? No. Food. It was what do we have? They're always curious about that. She can hear me? We can't talk about her behind her back. It's like that Dawn. Look at that Dawn. She looks so skinny. You got to go, Mon? Okay, well, thank you for coming in. Have a great day. Bye. Say hi to Ella and Nikki. Anyway. Cheap prices, awesome selections. Oh, HEB. Huh. I don't know that store. Texas or Mexico. Negative Miss Susie. I'm sorry. I'm closing on a house, Tina, on Thursday, and I'm very stressed out. And
all right, you ready?
Things are going wrong for us.
First question was, what we eating tonight?
Okay.
The second is they called.
Okay.
And we go to closing in a few days. And
Thursday?
They do it over the phone, like virtual.
Is it Thursday though? Because that would be very ironic that you
it's would. What? Oh, I don't know.
Because mine's on Thursday. If yours is on Thursday, that would be.
I have no idea. And then they'll put us up somewhere.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Because that's expensive. That could cost you like $20,000.
I know. And then he says, then we'll let you know if you have 1 or 2 weeks to get out.
Oh, well, that's actually great news. Congratulations. That's fantastic. Because I swear.
All I know is they better not be asking for no more money.
Because if you had to pay for 3 months short-term rentals, that would be like.
Right. Well, they said that they find the place. So it's probably going to be some freaking hotel. I don't care. As long as I don't have to pay for it.
I don't know. If they find you a place and it's like a suite because you have so many people and they take dogs, that'll be good.
Yes. Oh God. That I feel like a little bit of the weight has been lifted.
Yeah, that would be a lot of the weight. Because I know that it's packing is bad enough, but not knowing if you have to pay like a couple hundred a night, like could be $100 to $200 a night.
Right. So Suzy and Teresa, when I said, okay, I'll talk to you about supper later because I'm still alive. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. my husband doesn't understand. So say if Suzy tells me something like, oh, I'm not feeling good or something, and I go, oh, I'm sorry. And he goes, why do y'all say y'all sorry?
We say it to each other. I'm sorry.
Right.
So good.
So it's the big joke now. I'm sorry.
I feel like we're like verbally Canadian then when we say.
I hope so, Tina. Well, no, not now. We can't rest because we have to pack everything. I got more stuff in this house. This is like almost 30 years of stuff in here with all the children and eBay.
I have a lot of jewelry equipment in the basement that got wet during the flood, and I'm debating if I should throw it. I mean, I'm going to get rid of some of the jewelry tools. Just get rid of them and not care.
You can't put WD-40 on them and
that's the thing.
Soak them in Coke.
Someone said actual just white vinegar works.
Oh, really? I know Coca-Cola gets rust off.
Well, try anything. They actually have very strong vinegar that's available at like Walmart, but it's very stinky. You could pour that with a little salt on poison ivy, and it'll like kill stuff. But it might. Someone said they got a lot of rust off their tools with the vinegar, but who knows?
Yeah, that's true, Claudette. It's amazing, totally amazing. I mean, I've thrown away a bunch of stuff already, and like stuff I used to buy for eBay in the beginning that I thought was so amazing. It sucks now. So I gave a lot of it back to Goodwill. And I laugh. I went in there and they had some of my stuff on the shelf for like $5 for a glass or something.
And you're thinking, I can't get $5 for a set.
Oh, Michael said vinegar and salt is very toxic, poison to humans.
I mean, I know it's bad, and it'll ruin. Like if you use a sprayer, it'll ruin the sprayer too. But there's poison ivy around here, probably everywhere. It's just really hard to kill. Like it'll shrivel up, but it won't really die. Mm-hmm. Like you can get and my husband's very allergic to it. So anyway.
Well, I mean, I would try like a bottle of Coke first, at least.
Oh, she's talking about for like the tools, and we were talking about poison ivy with the salt. Oh. He says it's toxic. Yeah, it is.
My head is like spinning right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I might still try to like keep some of that stuff. But I had bought a flex shaft, and I mean, like, you feel bad because like if you bought a $200 tool and it doesn't really work anymore, I don't want to get it repaired. I'm just going to bye-bye. We got rid of my grill. I bought the replacement parts for the grill. They're still in my basement. I got to throw that away. There's a lot of stuff.
And then I want to get Blackstone so bad.
I don't know what that is.
It's one of those Blackstone grills.
Oh, okay, yes.
Becca has one. I've been watching so many. Bye, Glenn.
Bye, Glenn.
So many recipes that they make on the Blackstone.
Did you ever see the green egg? It's like a smoker. It gets really hot, and it looks like a golf ball kind of texture, and it's green and it's like oval. I mean, they make them in other colors now, but they call it the egg. They're very popular for smokers. I mean, not like
right. No, I know what you mean.
I don't know. And quite frankly, I paid a lot of money for my grill when I moved here, and
my daughter-in-law has an awesome setup.
It doesn't pay for us. Like I I used to go out at night and get so many mosquito bites, I stopped grilling. So anyway, they sell grills at Walmart for probably less, like around $200. It doesn't pay to buy one that's $750. It doesn't pay.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing Tony, he said, I like charcoal grill. And I'm like, all right.
Garrett too.
I mean, I like it.
I'm not a big fan of the smoke flavor. So like if we barbecue, I will eat it that day, but I don't want it after that. But a Blackstone is like a griddle kind of grill, not an open fire grill.
I like the propane in a way. I find it I don't know, I find it kind of like it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I live in an area that doesn't have city gas, and I inquired in the main part of the town,
Mm-hmm.
like to get, and they said, if you will contribute to laying the pipe.
Oh wow.
They said like you could pay for it, and I'm like, and I'm thinking, okay, no thanks.
What do you have in the new house?
Electricity, oil, and propane. Ugh.
So what is your stove? Your stove is electric?
I think it's electric.
Okay.
And I think it's not the kind that I like with the solid surface. It has the coils. I mean, my preference would be to not have that. Like I have, when I moved here, it came with the house, but there was like a shallow, a short oven and a tall oven. And that short oven is so good. Like you could put a 13x9x2, you could put 2 in there at one time. And it takes less time to heat up.
I love my gas stove.
I love that. I used to love my gas stove, and then I tried my electric, and I got used to it, and now I love that. But there was a learning curve for sure, and now I know how to use it. But
yeah, no, I like my gas. I like to see my fire.
Okay.
Although the stove I have now, it has like it's like a quick boil, so the flame is so big that when you put it down, you have to put it way down. So I've kind of like things stuck before, not burned, but I caught it in time.
If you put I have a wider grill, a wider burner, and if you put like the cast iron pan and it's unattended and you just put it up on high, it'll get seriously like hot. And if you I'm afraid like if you put oil in at that point, like you could start a fire because it's so hot.
Yeah. In the middle, I have one of the big long.
Well, you have don't you have a wider one than 30 inches?
No, we couldn't find one. And we needed it right away. So we just put a 30. So I'm sure in the new house, it'll be basic. So
30. That's standard for like builders is 30. But they, if you do custom kitchens, you always, I mean, we've looked at houses that had the nice big like stoves and cooking setups. This house that we're moving to is very basic. And I think I'm not gaining anything. Like I might actually have less cupboards in there and counter space than I do here. But if we win the lotto, which we don't play.
My husband used to play a lot when he, and the guys at work, they would, all put in and they make a list and give everybody a copy.
Like I said, if we don't change it right away, I don't think it's ever going to get changed because that's just the nature of things. So I don't know if I can like impress upon my husband to get me new stuff.
Yeah. Most people in this area have gas.
They do on outlaw gas?
Wow.
Well, out in the sticks where I'm moving, people get like these huge propane tanks and that's their gas. But I mean, like, they're huge. They're like,
even a lot of people have gas dryers here. And like my hot water heater is gas. And my regular heater is gas.
Why do they want to? I mean, I have gas coming into the house for various things. I even think that there's a way to put a gas stove in my kitchen. But anyway, I'm wondering why they're outlawing it, because natural gas is a very reasonable, it's a lot more reasonable than oil to heat your house at this point. And electricity almost seems like, if they have these things called ductless heating and cooling systems, they call them the mini splits. Like if we put that in, because it's an all year round thing, we will overall, because they're very efficient, like save money. And there's a cast iron propane stove in the, it's like a fire thing. You know, you start a fire in there and it heats up your house. Wow. we could use that as our excess and just not buy the oil. That would be nice. We'll see.
Well, and then, you know, our house is going to be raised because we're 4 feet high now. So it's going to have to be at least that because we flood. So it's hard to cool the house because that before we raised our house, it was down and it was like so low where it had sunk. So the house stayed cool because it was so close to the ground. But when we
insulation.
I mean, it's insulated, but it's just hard because the heat is so bad here, and I mean it's bad everywhere. But when it gets, you just can't cool it.
I still want to know why he said the government wants to outlaw gas stoves. I had never heard that. So, but I don't watch the news a lot.
Me either.
It's aggravating, so I don't.
Yeah, here in like our area, like the Kenner, Metairie, New Orleans area, this guy cut off his mom's arm with a
machete?
No, chainsaw. And she went 3 miles to a family member's house and called police, and they don't know how she got there.
Did she put a tourniquet on there?
70 years old. Well, she left. Apparently he had mental issues. I mean, crazy.
Apparently? Right? Do you think? Oh my God. Who would do that?
Somebody who's not right in the head. I mean, and that happened, I guess, yesterday, or it was on the news this morning.
We don't talk about politics here. Basically. We try not to, because there's a lot of difference of opinions, but we all can agree on one thing. We want our country to do well.
Oh my God.
We want people to be more friendly to each other. That's what we can agree on, for sure.
Definitely. Well, I don't think they blocked it, but I'm glad they blocked it.
I know that, like, there's a lot of stuff that people do in Pennsylvania.
I mean, does gas actually put that much emissions out?
Well, they also, there's towns where the gas got commingled with, wasn't it in Flint, Michigan, where they could like light the water on fire because gas was getting like commingled?
Oh, really?
I don't know. And then the fracking is bad. I don't know. But then natural to cheap, so people want to use it, but it destroys the wilderness and it goes to people's homes. And I mean, when they do the mineral rights, and if it explodes, you're gone by it. I don't know. There's a lot of crap that we don't realize.
Right. Oh, you good, Michael?
Yeah. It's okay. I know you weren't saying, down on you or up on that you.
Yeah. I mean, does gas put that much emissions out?
Generating any kind of power puts emissions out. In general, I mean, even if we had nuclear powered energy, that would get a lot of beef as well. But it would be probably like the cheapest thing.
There's somebody who's going to beef something. So,
I was very against nuclear power plants back in the 80s. And now as a bill paying adult, I feel a little differently.
Yeah, we have a huge one not far from us.
I mean,
there was kind of scary.
Yeah, it was scary when I lived up in northern New York City, and there was one within the distance of if it had like if it broke down, that I would get fried.
Right, right. I mean, that's all I knew growing up. I mean, we had gas dryer, gas heater, gas water heater, you know. I know, I guess I say that wrong too, right? It's not a water heater.
Yeah, there's water heaters.
Okay. Oh, I know, but I usually say hot water heater.
But that's okay.
Okay.
Oh, but it sounds redundant, right? Because if it's heating the water, it's hot.
Right.
If you don't have a cold water, well, you're heating the cold water.
It's a hot water heater.
She has a cold water cooler, and it's called a refrigerator. Anyway.
Yeah.
Really, and
but actually, we don't have a refrigerator. We got icebox.
Oh my gosh, there's emissions just from being carnivores. Did you know that? Just because we like meat and the cows eat the grass or grains and then they fart and that and that destroys the ozone layer. We're ruining our planet by eating a steak. No, I like meat, so I'm going to keep eating it. I don't care that the cows are hurt, but I should.
And I'm going to make some of that real butter, some good garlic butter to put on top.
Oh, yum. That's something I don't usually do.
I usually do one stick and then roll it and put it as a log in the freezer.
I have to ask you a question. There is a supermarket in the area where I'm moving, and it's called Giant. And then there's an Aldi and there's a Walmart. So I was never that fond of the Walmart meat. Does Aldi have good meat?
They do, but it's not a big variety. Mm-hmm. Right, Michael?
Yeah, honestly, it's like if you like I bought some steaks that were supposedly grass fed doesn't matter, they have to be grass finished, and they don't just mean like throwing grass clippings into like the cage. But if you could get like a real grass fed steak, it supposedly tastes really good. But we do buy these things. They're importing it from New Zealand and Australia, and quite frankly,
I'll eat anything fed steak.
I don't understand why it's cheaper than American meat. That it's sitting on a plane. It's getting a plane ride. Anyway, we buy those steaks that are imported, and they're fresh meat. I don't get it, but sometimes they just don't taste the same to me. I don't know. But I know that steak saw more of the world than me.
Yeah. The only thing I really buy from Walmart is like chicken, like boneless, skinless chicken. Like if I'm gonna make something that night and I don't have anything, then I'll run there. But we have a local store that usually it's an upscale grocery, but it's locally owned, and they have really good meat and sales. And then Winn-Dixie is not bad. My husband is a Winn-Dixie fan.
Well, we'll try the Giant and see how it goes. But
never heard of that before. I'm
gonna look into if there's some, like the farm stores. Maybe there's some locally sourced stuff. That might be nice. I mean, it'll probably be 3 times the price, but
Right.
I just
and then we have a Rouse's here too, so that's locally owned too. But it's like a step down from Whole Foods, but it's nice. They're pricey unless something's on sale.
I'll be about 35 to 40 minutes from a Wegmans. Now they have really nice steaks. You have to cash in like your retirement fund to buy. It's like I can't afford to eat it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So every once in a while you get a steak, and I'm thinking, oh, this is what steak used to taste like in my head. But lately it doesn't taste like that.
Right.
I'm like, why does it taste so different than it used to taste?
I don't know.
It makes me sad.
I'll just go to Outback and have a steak or something, or a Roadhouse, or I don't know. I can't feed the whole family steak, so it's like Aaron and I will go out to dinner or something on date night.
They used to be $25 to go to Outback and have a steak dinner, which was okay. And now I think it's like $45 or $50. It's like so much more money that
I know.
It doesn't happen anymore for us. So,
yeah. Well, it won't be happening for a while, I can tell you that. Our dates these days are we go to the little local snowball stand and we get a ice cream snowball.
We've been going to the post office or the bank.
Well, that's where Teresa goes, but then she gets the coffee, so
we don't get the coffee part. And every once in a while, I mean, I can say, please, let's go have something. If I ask for ice cream, my husband's always into it. Like he'll say, because I said, do you want ice cream? He goes, I want ice cream all day long. So it's not a question of I'll say.
Tony. Oh, yes.
He's like, just say you want to go to ice cream and we'll go to get ice cream.
Well, the only problem with the sundaes, the hot fudge sundaes, is it depends on who makes it. Like some people, they'll put the chocolate around the side of the cup and kind of at the bottom and the top. So the last time we went, it was just on the top. And it's like by the time you got to the bottom, there was no chocolate. So I told Gary, I said, well, ask for extra chocolate. It was so much chocolate because maybe it was the person who puts it everywhere that it's like I couldn't eat it. It was too much.
You're making me want like what is it?
And they're big too. I mean, they're like
coffee with chocolate now. Don't make me want that again.
After I bring my mom to the doctor, I'm swinging through Dunkin' Donuts.
I can live without Dunkin'. I made a pot of coffee, but I made it so weak today. It felt like coffee flavored like beverage, but not really. It wasn't coffee enough. Sometimes my coffee pot broke last week too, so I bought a new Cowboy coffee maker.
I have one of those at my shop for hurricanes. I found it at that dollar store and it was a really nice one. So I bought it and I have it put away for hurricanes.
We're going to need to have a grill because we're going to get actually, Tony says it's probably wise to get a generator. But if we have a grill, that grill during like 2 or 3 hurricanes ago, during Sandy, we were boiling water out on the grill and making pasta. I mean, and we were making like the meat that we had that was defrosted.
Right. But you see, that's one thing good when you have gas. You can still cook.
Yes.
It's hot as hell, so you got to do it really early. Oh, that sounds good. I never tried this, Michael.
I could probably boil water on that stove thing that's in the living room if we turn it on. Probably, because I think it has a flat top.
Yeah. It's sad that you have to think about things like that. When we got home, I mean, we had 19 days without electricity. So we cooked everything. We barbecued all the meat in the freezer and we fed the neighborhood. Like everybody down the street was eating, you know.
Yeah, but you kind of have to think, like, what if snow is up to your waist and they didn't come around with the plows and you have no electricity? What are you going to do to live? Like, so you have to think of what's your like emergency preparedness? Like, how can you survive? Like, so, I mean, if you have cans of tuna or like cans of ravioli, like you can eat
that sounds like our hurricane preparedness.
Peanut butter and jelly, I mean, but like, quite frankly, I mean, you need, like, we need to have electricity to power the wells. So it would be wise for us to have a generator so we could at least have water coming in.
Right.
That's
so many people, I can't afford it. The Generacs, they're like about $10,000. Well, you can get one for about $6,000 to do a couple rooms, and usually what we do is a regular generator, and we have a small window unit that we can put in one room, and everybody just kind of hangs out in one room.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know how much we'll be able to like connect to it, but we'll have to have at least like the main well and probably the kitchen and maybe, a room that might have the internet. I don't know. But
right.
like,
that's true, Michael. He said you can live on beef jerky, but the high salt.
I can't really. I have to say, every time I've tried beef jerky, I didn't like it. So I would, if I was hungry, eat it, because I probably would eat an ant if I was really hungry. Right. But you know what I mean. I would eat
the homemade beef jerky is not so bad.
I think the ones I tried just had that smoky taste, like you say. Like I don't always like a heavy smoke taste. I like mild, very mild smoke.
Right.
anyway, I know people that are really into. It's very good, like for keto, if you don't have the ones that have sugar, because they make like a teriyaki.
Well, we have that place getting ready to open. It's called Bergeron's Boudin and Cajun Meats. Can't wait.
It sounds good.
So maybe we can stock, if we have a hurricane coming, we can stock up on their jerky. It'll probably be like deer or, you know, some weird animal.
I wonder what it's going to be like over in Pennsylvania. Because Tony was telling me, like, you know, I said, in New Jersey, you need certain permits for like hunting rifles. You have to fill out applications. He says, I think it's a lot easier to get rifles for hunting out there. So I'm going to be very near like forest where you can hunt. I don't know. It's the field, the dress. It's like getting it ready to eat. That's my problem. And probably even killing. I have issues.
Right.
The only thing I don't mind killing, and it's sad, but like if I find a mouse and it's in a trap, I'm like, good.
Right.
I don't care.
I never tried the jerky from Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's. Oh my God, I love Buc-ee's.
I've never been.
One is about 3 hours, I think.
I wish.
I don't know if Chris is here. He can correct me if I'm wrong.
I want to go to one.
Chris knows where all the Buc-ee's are.
I don't want to have I don't want to have a vacation based around a gas station. However, I know it's more than, it's like the Disney World of gas stations.
Right. Well, I mean, we don't base our vacations, but
I know, but if you're passing
we
by,
find one where, you know, where it's at, that we catch it on the way or on the way back. Because, oh my God, their brisket sandwiches are to die for. And I heard the banana pudding is the bomb.
I heard it's good. People always say the brisket and the banana pudding.
Oh my God, within 15 minutes from you?
Oh. Well, you're spoiled then, or you're lucky. You're really lucky.
Yes. Nice.
That is nice. I'm finding a lot of things that I didn't think were in this room, right even now. I just found it.
Wait, I cleaned out this office, and if you could see it, all the counters are full. The shelf is back full.
But I just turned over here, and I have like a dinner plate like over here. And I know I sometimes, like I would go through like little pieces of jewelry in a plate.
Uh-huh.
But the other day I found, you know, cups from like previous broadcasts that I left here. Said, here he is.
I knew he was here. We're going to stop there today, driving now. So, Chris, what's the closest one to us? And hey, by the way.
Hey, Chris.
Where are you driving to, Chris?
He's going to stop there today.
I know there's one like up North Louisiana.
I want those nuggets.
Is it Shreveport? No, it's in Texas. Oh, I love their brisket. It's so good. But they said the banana pudding is the bomb. I don't know.
I really want some now.
And they have ices, like every flavor.
I could live without that, but I want the brisket. Someone said the pulled pork is actually good.
Oh, he's driving back from the beach.
Ooh.
Nice, Chris. I hope you have fun, and I hope you're not sunburned.
If he didn't use enough sunscreen, he will be sunburned because he has that complexion. Like I burn in an hour kind of complexion.
Right. But don't drive and text, Chris.
Maybe he has voice to typing.
Oh. My voice to text thing comes up like a little like a voice message. It doesn't convert to text. Well, at least on Messenger. I don't know.
Said he goes, Siri's typing for me right now. So if it seems weird, understand. I'm in the car.
Yeah. We don't have Siri. We're at Google, but I didn't like Bixby.
If you say Bixby loud, my phone will turn on. Hey, Bixby. Tell me a joke.
I once met a jacket that loved to hold grudges. What a petty coat.
Like dad jokes.
Hey, Bixby, sing me a song.
This song is about something very special.
All right, stop.
This little tune right here. About something.
Wow, you could actually, if you're really bored, I suppose she could be your fake friend, right?
Yeah.
I
She
didn't
could.
understand that.
You didn't understand it. Well,
I know mine will say, I didn't understand that. And I'm like, because I wasn't talking to you. And she'll go, I'll erase that.
can you erase all the things that we just did?
Oh, you can make
Oh, she
Alexa
went away.
sneeze?
Hey, Bixby, can you sneeze?
I didn't understand that.
She didn't understand.
How do you make Alexa sneeze?
Hey, Bixby, are you sad?
I'm usually pretty upbeat, but thanks for checking in.
There you go.
AI friends.
Yeah.
Wow, you have to be really lonely to
Who programs all that stuff in there, right?
No.
Oh, just say Alexa sneeze.
Bixby sneeze. Hey, Bixby. Hey, sneeze.
I didn't understand that.
Okay.
Apparently, Bixby doesn't sneeze.
Hi from the cloud.
Hi, can you tell me a joke? Hey, Bixby, tell us another joke.
Why do sloths make bad comedians? Timing.
But I'm bum. Slow.
Ah! Apparently, it doesn't, Michael.
Okay, we should probably say sayonara.
Yes, because I got to bring my mom to the doctor.
Yes, because I think people are they're leaving.
Yes, we will see you guys. Hopefully, I'll see you guys tonight at 6 p.m. on this channel for our Christmas finale. And then tomorrow, Dawn's Deals with Teresa. And we have...
wish me good luck on Thursday.
Yes, good luck on Thursday. We have Teresa. We have Toochman and Aaron on Friday. And Teresa's going to close on her house Thursday. My closing's going to be
You said Teresa, you mean Susie.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm like, Teresa's getting a house too?
No, Susie's closing on her house on Thursday in the big Pennsylvania. So good luck with that. Pick blueberries
in the big valley. They call it the Big Valley.
Awesome.
I'm gonna try to pick some blueberries.
Cool.
I'm rolling my eyes. I think they have strawberry plants too.
Awesome.
Okay, well have a great
Bye guys. Y'all have a blessed day.
See
you later.
Take care. Bye-bye.